Part 13, Crown Victoria. How y'all guys doing? The sun is out. This video is gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna go for a jog and I'm gonna go from there. It's a good day out. Alright, so cool. I'm about to go on a jog. I know I said already. There's some groceries in front of my house. We did like a little pickup thing where they send the groceries to your front door. I didn't do it, but I just was being kind and just took them in the house. Alright, so it's a good day out. It has been cold where I'm at. This is the first time the sun's been out in a while. So I just wanted to go out, go jog, you know, see the sun. I'm out in the front yard drinking some water, kind of tired. There were some groceries at the front door, which is what I was saying earlier. I was just being kind and bringing the groceries in the house because my girlfriend ordered the groceries to the household. Rather than me letting them sit out in the front, I just went ahead and took them in the house. This is the time that I ran, and now we're about to get straight into the video. Part 13, Crown Victoria. Part 13, Crown Victoria. We finna do the rotors and pads today. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I've been pulling a lot of extra shifts. I did an interview the other day. I moved this Dakota out around. Gotta move the Dakota back. I gotta move the Sentra. I gotta bring the Vic in here. So, y'all about to see me drive the car. Now I know this video has nothing to do with that truck, but that truck sound good. I'm telling you, I almost don't want to get rid of it because of how good it sounds. But I've had my fun with it. It's time to get rid of it for real. But I pretty much gotta move these cars around so I can get to the Crown Victoria because I keep it at the back of the driveway. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna just speed this part up because the Sentra has no exhaust. It's pretty much a regular car. It just turns on. It don't sound good. It is not nothing fancy to look at. So I just sped it all the way up for real. All that music and all the exhaust that you hear is not fake. That really is coming from that car. That bass is really hitting that hard. All right, cool. We finna ride this thing around. Detroit axle. Okay. Let's see what it's talking about. I'm not gonna do a review on these rotors and pads. You guys, pretty sure if you watch my channel, you know what rotors and pads are. These are the pads right here. Got 4 of them. Hardware, and of course it comes with a packet of grease. So. I'm eating some chips right now, and I'm gonna periodically stop from time to time to explain to y'all what's going on. All right, so cool, boom. So what we doing is, I gotta jack the vehicle up so we can remove the front wheels and tires. I'm gonna be doing rotors and pads on the vehicle. I've already showed you guys the rotors and pads and hardware and everything. The box came in the Detroit axle, all the brand and everything. Camera fell down. I picked the camera back up. We finna get straight into it. I'm gonna periodically stop from time to time to explain to you guys what's going on, and a little tips and tricks as to how I do my brake job. I do like wind chimes. My grandparents had wind chimes at their house, so I'm sorry if you guys do not like wind chimes. It is very windy outside, so the wind is blowing into the microphone. So I'm sorry about the wind and the wind chimes, but hey, we finna get straight into it. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm jacking the car up and I'm putting them on the jack stands. Alright, so when you're doing a job like this, you always want to make sure there's blocks on the back wheels so the vehicle don't roll away. You know what I'm saying? You always want to make sure the parking brake is on as well. If I didn't say that, I'm saying it now. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to explain step by step what I'm doing more this year. That's one of my goals I set for this year, to explain a little bit more as to what I'm doing so you guys can follow along with me now. Alright, so bet, this is a little recap. This is what I use to jack the car up. These are what it's sitting on right now. This is what I use to take the lug nuts off. Alright, stick with me. Those are the new rotors and pads. These are the front wheels and tires. And to keep the car from rolling down the driveway, I'm gonna show you what I got in the back. I got these in the back right here. That's what keeps the car from rolling down the driveway. If you're gonna be doing brakes at this level, not standing up on a lift, you're gonna need you one of these. I'm about to show y'all the basics of the rotors and pads in the front of the vehicle. And yeah, so this is the brake line right here. And this is where the brake fluid goes into the caliper. This is the nipple on the caliper. So this is you would break this loose if you needed to bleed the brakes. I'm not gonna get into detail on that. This here is a slide pin, and this here is a slide pin. And there should be 2 big bolts back here. Right here. There's one, and then there's another one. I'll show y'all in a minute. But those are caliper bracket bolts. These are the studs. Alright, so all we have to do is take really the bottom slide pin off. This one will pop out. The 2 bracket bolts will come off. The rotor will come off. Push the pistons back in. Alright. And then put the new rotor on. Put the new pads on. And then we would then slide it back like this. tighten that slot pin, tighten those 2 caliper bracket bolts, and we should be done. All right, so what I'm doing right now, I'm taking that bolt off on the bottom, not the top, but it's that bottom bolt that allows the caliper to swing up, and then you pop that little slide pin out. I was struggling with it, and if you're struggling with it, just go grab you a tool and use it to like pry it up a little bit. This is a 14. If you actually do have the exact same car and you're doing the same job, this is a 14. Took it off here. This then slides up. Now the 2 pads are free, so you can take those out, but make sure you put the new ones in the exact same way. All right. So I don't have one of those little S hooks that you can hook the caliper on. Most people say not to let it dangle, but you don't have to loosen the top. The top one will just slide out. You can just let it in. I promise you, it's not gonna hurt it. It's not gonna snap. Just don't be beating here with a hammer and beating here with a hammer, trying to knock everything loose, and then you accidentally hit this line, and then you got to get a whole new brake line. But it won't hurt it. I swear to God, it won't hurt it. And if you feel that bad about it, just get you one of those hooks at Harbor Freight and just hook it up. But past the caliper part, you can take these 2 pads out. I like to put them here like this, so I know exactly how they came out. And that's the 1 caliper bracket bolt, and that's another caliper bracket bolt right there. I'm about to take both of those bolts off, and this whole bracket is going to come off with the hardware intact. All right. All right, so look, they ain't going to teach you this in the books. The books ain't going to teach you this, because I didn't learn this in the books. To get a better angle at those caliper bracket bolts, that's what you do. Put the key in like this. Don't turn the vehicle on. Turn the wheel all the way to the right. Turn the vehicle back off. Now you got better access to the caliper bracket bolts because it's at an angle now. And just, now this is the only thing holding that rotor on there, because there's no bolt in this hole or this hole. So this is the only thing holding that rotor on there. So once they get loose, that rotor gonna want to come free. All right, cool. So this is the rotor. This right here, these are teeth, and this is a sensor. And this sensor measures these teeth, and it tells the computer how fast this wheel is moving or whatnot. The wheel speed sensor. Just wanted to throw that in there for people that's curious as to what this is. Rear axle, rear nothing. This is all on the front. This is all sway bar, tie rod ends, all those terminology, all the terminology that y'all be hearing, the sway bar links. You know what I'm saying? Your bearings is messed up. These are all those terms that you be hearing online. It's all right here. So you get a whole front end kit, you get alignment, that's all in the front. Ain't got nothing to do with the back. All right, so cool. This rotor is the correct size. The reason why I know this is the correct size, I put both the caliper bracket bolts on. and we're gonna put this lug on, and it's gonna pretty much hold it up against where it would be naturally positioned. And if you spin it, you should not hear this thing touching at all. You should not hear it scraping against the rotor at all. All right. All right, so cool. That lug is all the way on. Spin that rotor, it should spin freely. Cool. So look, they're not gonna teach you this in the books either. This is more of like a little trick. I'm gonna take this pad right here. I'm gonna grab it, put it up against there like that. I hope y'all can see that. Take one of these. This is an oil filter wrench. It just squeeze. All right, so pretty much what just happened was I tried to pretty much use like a little cheat code and use that oil filter wrench. That did not work. So I ended up having to use the correct tool that I was supposed to use in the first place. All right, so cool. We got the new hardware on the bottom and the top. Slide pin, I'm gonna put some grease on it. I gotta take this lug off, obviously, to put the wheel back on. I gotta put this pad on and this pad on. These are the proper positions that they need to be put on in. The pistons have been pushed back into the caliper. I got new hardware right there. And y'all about to see it happen. All right, so cool. That was step by step on how to do the rotors, pads, and hardware on a Crown Victoria 2002 LX Sport. I just posted this video 2025 in February. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The rest of the video pretty much is going to be a time lapse of me doing the exact same thing on that side. And yeah, that's just going to be the front for today on the video. I'm going to do the back off camera.